Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, December 11th, 2018. Golly, this month is flying by. It is Tuesday, December 11th, 2018. My mind just went totally blank. Tuesday, December 11th, 2018. It is the first and last time it'll ever be Tuesday, December 11th, 2018. So we need to make sure that we make the absolute most of this incredible day that we have ahead of us. Don't you guys agree? I think you guys all agree. And we're going to do that, man. We're going to do that today because I got to tell you, I'm actually a little bit thankful, a little bit extra thankful for this incredible day that we have before us today. You see, I literally have I have calluses all over my fingers and all over my hands from packing planners, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. I'm thankful for the abundance. I'm thankful for you guys' support of the planners. I'm thankful that you guys have jumped on board. You guys have committed. You're investing in yourselves. And I mean, my hands hurt, dude. I'm telling you, they hurt. But I'm so incredibly thankful for these calluses this morning. And I'm a little extra thankful because my wife, she woke me up at 2:30 in the morning. My wife woke me up at 2:30 because she heard like a loud noise. You know, she heard a loud noise. She woke me up, and so I went around and kind of checked all over the house and didn't really see anything. I didn't go into the little area where Fisher sleeps, though. And so my wife ended up getting up after I did, and she went in that little area where Fisher slept, and two big totes that my wife keeps up on the shelf, somehow those two big totes had fallen and just barely missed, landed on my man Fisher, right? Which could have been dreadful, could have been disastrous. And so I'm really thankful that nothing happened to my son and that he's safe. This morning, I'm extra thankful for that. I'm also extra thankful because it's 17 degrees outside today. Yeah, 17 degrees outside today. But guess what? It's 70 degrees in here. And we're having streaming issues, and I can see that. Are you guys having streaming issues? Let's see. Looks like we're okay on the stream, but the computer's having some streaming issues that I can see. Hopefully those will go away, not cause us any issues. So we're going to keep going. Okay, 17 degrees outside, but 70 degrees in here. I'm super thankful for that. I'm also thankful that I now know the power of gratitude. Like, I am super thankful that I understand the power of gratitude, because I got to tell you, when I first woke up this morning, When I first woke up and it was cold, man, I started complaining about how cold it was outside. That was my first thought. That was my first thing. I also, when I started writing this morning, my hands, like when I was writing my gratitude list, my hands were hurting so bad, and I started to kind of complain about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, my fingers, they can hurt, right? You know how we start to complain a little bit. And so I was also kind of complaining. I'm like, man, I'm super, it started off spotty. It's freezing up. Okay, so we're freezing up. I wonder why. Internet looks good there. I mean, it's telling me that it's barely getting a good enough signal. When I watch on my side, it looks okay, though. Are you guys okay? Okay. I hope you guys are okay, because we're gonna stay right up in here as long as it doesn't disconnect. But it does show me that I don't have the strongest. It shows me that I have strong signal, but it's just not streaming very strong. You guys tell me. Anyways, so I was complaining, right? Because my fingers like they hurt this morning as I'm riding, and I was complaining that my sleep got messed up by this noise at 2:30 morning, right? Like I woke up kind of complaining about all of these things, and then I started doing my gratitude list. I started writing out the things that I'm thankful for one by one, and at first I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't really have the energy. I wasn't really, I wasn't really digging it. I wasn't really into it. I was kind of just going through the motions, but I am so thankful. I am so thankful this morning because by the time I got to the end of my gratitude list, the energy had shifted. By the time I got to the end of that, this waking up, kind of grumpy, kind of complaining, kind of not happy, all of that started to shift to where now I'm thankful for these calluses on my fingers, man. Yeah, they hurt, but you know why they hurt? They hurt because I've had an opportunity to sign hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of planners that you guys have bought. My fingers hurt because I'm putting in work, because I've got an opportunity to help you guys, to help other people start to attack their morning routine and hopefully make some changes in their lives, right? I'm thankful that even though the totes fell and it messed up my sleep and it kind of disturbed the night, I'm thankful they didn't fall on my son, and he's okay. He's cool. And yeah, man, it's cold out there, but guess what? It's warm in here. I got to tell you guys, man. The gratitude list is powerful. I hope that you're doing that. I hope you're doing that list. I hope that you would do that every single day, because when you start to do that, I can tell you right now, the world begins to change. It's one thing to just say it in your head. It's one thing to just be thankful in your head. But when you start to write these things down in an actual list, all the different things that you are thankful for, it changes everything. It changes everything. So I wanted to share that with you. Also this morning, I want to talk about stepping into your greatness. I want to talk about that just a little bit. I want to talk about stepping into your greatness and finding your true power. Because there is so much power into stepping into your greatness. What does that look like, and what does that feel like? I want to talk about that a little bit this morning. But first, you know what we got to do. First, let's go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's go. Come on. Let's get the energy flowing up in here. Let's go. Hashtag Rise and Grind. For those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. We can make a massive impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes to change someone's day is for you to hit that share button. So whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, I need you to go ahead and shoot this out. And Facebook can go find my people, as my man Sean Hayes said. I saw him up in here this morning. This is also a part of the show where I need you to say good morning to me, and I'll say good morning to you. Good morning, Luke Giustini. What's up, Brittany Madolo? Good morning, Sandra Benstock. Vicky Everett, how are you this morning? Leanne Rhinesmith, good morning. Anthony Santangelo, how are you, sir? Janelle Griego's up in here. CJ Craig Miles is up in here. Aaron Jones is up in here. Sean Isaacs, how are you, sir? Casey Rossiter, what up, what up? George Fleming's up in here. David, that's a tough name, David. David Ty Kendall. What's up, Scott Gilbert? Gail B. Grass, and my man Josh. Liza Meyer Borges, she's out there running. What's up, Mike Brockway? Christopher Campbell's in the house. Eric Littlewood's in the house. Kurt Allen McFarland, how are ya? Tina Kelly, how are ya? I need everybody up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. You guys push this out. Push it out. Let's go. Everybody needs a little bit of this in the morning. Yes. Check it out. Listen. There's this saying, this quote. It's really cool. It's really interesting. I want to share it with you guys. The quote reads, and I quote the quote. The quote reads, everybody is a genius. But if you were to judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its entire life believing that it's stupid. Isn't that strong? Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will spend its entire life believing that it's stupid.
Greatness, it's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift, reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It's not some precious thing. Greatness is no more unique to us than breathing. We're all capable of it. All of us.
You have greatness within you. You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. See, I believe that anybody through observation and practice can perform at the level of excellence. But when you're pursuing your greatness, this is worth writing down. You don't know what your limits are, and you act like you don't have any. So I say to you, you have something special. You have greatness within you.
Stage is set for me to be ranked as the greatest of all time.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that only the special among us will ever taste. It's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
We all do this to ourselves. Somebody's complaining about the wireless. I think that I shouldn't say complaining. I apologize. I take those words back. We've got new equipment. Everything is new. Everything is new equipment. Everything's hardwired. Everything is put together for you guys to get the absolute best quality show that we can possibly give. Doing everything in my power to make sure that happens. I do see that we don't have the strongest stream strength. Don't know why. No idea on the exact same system as far as the connection that I was on before. I do know that this show has been under attack for the last 2 weeks. I can tell you that. And if there's some way, something, some possible way to slow it down, it's happening right now. That's just kind of that's what we're going through. I have 100% full signal strength. I have a 100% dialed in, locked in, hard-lined internet going into this thing, but yet the stream that's going out is choppy. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, but you know what? We're going to fight through it. There's nothing else I can do about it on my side. All I can do is allow God to just ask for his favor, to ask to make sure that the message gets through to everybody that the message needs to get through to, and that it gets through in the most efficient and entertaining and powerful way possible. That's all I can do, man. That's all I can do. I've bought the software. I've invested the money. I've done everything humanly possible to give you guys the absolute best that's out there. And we're still going to run into problems. We're still going to run into hiccups. But you know what? I'm not going to let that beat me down. And don't let that beat you down. I'm not going to let that deter me, because if there's one thing I know and understand, it's that we grow through the struggles. We grow through the struggles, and each and every single one of us, we have greatness inside us. We have greatness. See, you have greatness in you, and I have greatness in me. And that's a powerful truth. See, what we tend to do this to ourselves. We tend to compare ourselves to others. We tend to look at other people's talents. We tend to want to imitate others. We tend to beat ourselves up when we can't be like others. And that's where that quote comes in. If we judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then that fish would spend its entire life feeling stupid. And we should actually reword that a little bit. If a fish judges himself by its ability to climb a tree, then it will spend its entire life feeling stupid. Because really, it doesn't come down to what other people think. Really, it doesn't come down to what other people say. All that it comes down to is, what do you think? What are you saying? What are you telling yourself? See, I'm here to tell you that you can. That's the words that I'm here to tell you this morning. You can. Apply it to wherever in your life you need to apply it to. You can. I am here to tell you. See, you might be a fish. And if you're a fish, then I need you to swim. You might be a bird. And if you're a bird, then I need you to fly. You might be a lion. And if you're a lion, then I need you to roar. But if you're a lion, I don't need you to fly. And if you're a fish, I don't need you to roar. And if you're a bird, I don't need you to swim. I need you to find your lane. I need you to be unapologetically you, because you are enough. Not only you are enough, you are more than enough. I need you to be unapologetically you. Now listen, you're probably asking yourself, you're like, how? Okay, how? How do I become unapologetically me? And I'm here to tell you, it begins with you being thankful for your flaws. You have to be thankful for your flaws. You have to embrace them. You see, gratitude is a superpower. Gratitude is an absolute superpower. It's hard to do. It's not easy. It's like this morning. It's like I told you, my fingers hurt. I lost some sleep. It's cold outside. I can't get a good stream to you guys. These are all little things that get in the way of your heart being grateful. These are things that you could focus in and you could dial in on, and you could allow to take over in your life. You could allow them, the energy force, to kind of suck you in to the negativity. You could allow that, or you can turn on a superpower and you can flip it on like a switch, and you can go, I'm not going to think like that anymore. No, sir. I'm thankful. I'm thankful my hands hurt this morning, because that means I'm signing lots of planners. I'm thankful that my son didn't get hurt last night. I'm thankful that it wasn't a robber in the house. It was just a tote that fell down from the wall. I'm thankful that I'm not outside when it's 17 degrees, that I'm in the house and that it's 70. I'm thankful that I have a coat to put on when I do go out there. I'm thankful my car has a heater to put on when I do go out there. You can flip on this gratitude switch. I'm thankful that as we continue to have technical difficulties on hashtag Rise and Grind, I'm thankful that you guys stick with me, and I'm thankful that we will still push through and persevere and find a way, and I will continue to get stronger and better with this thing. I'm thankful for those opportunities. I find gratitude in the flaws. I find gratitude in the flaws. And I can see this thing freezing up, man. I can see it freezing up, and it's so crazy because we've never had. It's been a different issue. Literally, it's been a different issue. Every day that we've had an issue on the show, it's been something different. And I find that really interesting, don't you? I find it really interesting. It hasn't been the same problem. We have a problem, we fix the problem, right? We see a problem, we fix the problem. We get stronger, we learn more, we fix it. And then boom, new problem. And then we fix that, and boom, new problem, right? I think it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting what's going on with this show right now. I think it's really interesting what's going on in my life right now. I want to be honest with you. It's interesting. I'm going to share something with you. Let me share this with you guys. Look, I need you to strip away any fears that you have to really step in and embrace yourself. I want you to strip away those fears and replace those with faith. Will you do that? Will you strip away your fears and replace them with faith? Because, see, you were made this way and brought to this moment in your life for a very specific reason. A very specific reason. And I'm walking in that right now, so I can share that with you. Okay, look, I put in the work, right? I put in the work in the auto industry with my family, so on and so forth. 16 years of leadership positions in the auto industry. I put in the work. And when I left Dan Cummins 2 months ago. And when I left, people thought I was absolutely crazy, man. People thought I was an idiot. I'm walking away from, I'm making more than 99% of the U.S. population, and I'm walking away from that. My wife's getting ready to have a kid any minute, any second, really, and I'm walking away from that. I have all these kids that I have to provide for and take care of, and I'm walking away from that, and I've got this history and this background in the auto industry. I've worked in the auto industry for a really long time, and people are like, you're crazy for walking away from that, and I'm here to tell you, listen, the reason that I was able to walk away from that is because I had put in the work. I had got the calluses on my fingers. I had learned the experiences. I had learned the strategies. And yes, I was an auto industry guy. That is what I did every day for a living. And I loved it. And I loved it passionately. And I continued to push and grow and thrive and bring people up in the auto industry. But just because I was in the auto industry didn't mean the auto industry defined who I was. Who I was as a leader. Who I am as a speaker, who I am as an author. I love to write, who I am as someone who likes to live, who likes to speak, who likes to encourage. Now that translated well in the auto industry because I was able to take teams of guys and lift them up and encourage them and enlighten them and help them grow and help them thrive and teach them ways that they could be better financially, that they could be better to their spouses, that they could be better employees, that they could have better work ethics. All of that stuff translated. The things that I do with you today on hashtag Rise and Grind translated into the auto industry really, really well. I was able to impact and help a lot of people, but that didn't mean I was a car guy. That didn't mean that that's all I was built for. And that's what I'm here to share with you guys today. I left 2 months ago. And since I left 2 months ago, I can tell you, since I stepped out in faith, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I traveled to Las Vegas where I got to speak to 500 Chrysler dealers with my very dear friend Lisa Copeland. I got to spend time with my wife and our new baby Oakland. Our new baby Oakland. I actually closed mama on the name Oakland. I've got to spend a lot of time with them. I've got to have dinners with my family. I got to travel down to Miami and go to a Heat game and spend time with Sean Woofington. I got to really create a planner that has gone out. We've sold over 500 planners to people all over the United States. That's so many people that are going to come together and change their life in 2019. It's going to be incredible. So we've sold tons of planners. And something that you guys don't know about yet is I literally just signed. I just signed with the #1 literary agent in the world. The #1 literary agent in the world. Same agent Joel Osteen has for his books. Same agent Steve Harvey has for his books. I just signed with the #1 literary agent in the world to push some books and some content out to you guys. Because I'm stepping into my greatness. I'm going out in faith. I'm now having phone calls with Eric Thomas. I'm going to spend some time with Brian Benstock at Paragon Honda. I'm taking my daughter to New York to spend some time with Brian. I'm going to be going out in next year. I'll be